Hi everybody, this is Martin again and welcome to my video. And today I'm gonna be talking about, can we live free of any health issues and what does it really mean to be healthy? So the reason I'm making this video is because oftentimes I get into conversation with people about our health and what does it really mean to be healthy, because we all hear from all the sources and from all the directions today that we should really be healthy and take care of ourselves and have a healthy lifestyle and live healthy, right? But what does it really mean to be healthy? Does that mean that we have completely zero issues, no problems at all? Or does that mean that some things are simply irresolvable, some things will be always there? For example, asthma, allergies, eczema, headaches, and so on. These are things when I talk to people, they are really surprised when I tell them that this is not actually really being healthy. Our body, by nature, and science has proven this in the latest research, and of course our ancestors have known this for many, many years, that our body by nature, when it's getting what it needs, and when the mind is in the right mindset and in a healthy way of thinking and being, the body actually has this incredible healing mechanism which will heal and restore almost any issues. There are actually many healers and many healing clinics, and they take people who have been diagnosed incurable by the Western medicine, and they take them and they heal them. So how is that possible? How come from one side we hear that there is certain health issues that we have to accept as normal, and on the other hand there is people who can heal these things with different kinds of alternative approaches and medicine? So let me talk a little bit more about this. When the body gets what it needs, and this has been known for thousands of years by the ancient medicines, that when the body gets what it needs and it's in coherence with the mind, it will heal. The incredible healing mechanism of our body will kick in and it will heal us pretty much of anything. For example, when you cut your hand, right, or where you burn yourself, it takes a few days or a week to heal. And this is something really incredible if you think about it, because no other device can really do that. And we really do have access to this healing potential and healing mechanisms in our body. The problem is that when this healing mechanism becomes suppressed and impaired for different various reasons I'm going to talk about actually, then it can really heal and it can restore our body to its own natural state, which is 100% healthy, without asthma, without eczema, without allergies, without diabetes, without cancer, none of that. So what has the strongest influence on our body's healing mechanism, and what impairs it the most? What suppresses it or shuts down our healing mechanism in our body the most? Well, it has been shown that actually our mind takes the biggest part in influencing our health state. So let's say, if I would give you some numbers, let's say 50% of our health, or what affects our healing mechanism in our body, is the mind. 30% is our diet and our lifestyle, and 15% is the environment, and about 5% would be the genes. Well, now, someone might say that this doesn't sound really right, but let me give you an example. I'm sure you all know this one person in your life who, let's say it's an older person who is living quite unhealthy. The person smokes and drinks and doesn't really take care of themselves the way we hear we are supposed to. But yet somehow they are, let's say, 80 years old and they're super fresh and vital and healthy and you see them just being always happy and in a good mood. Anything, I don't understand how this person can be in such a good state of health when their lifestyle is so bad, right? Or you might know someone who is really healthy actually, very athletic, goes for a walk, exercises, does activities, eats healthy, doesn't smoke, maybe doesn't even drink, and this person got really sick and let's say almost died, or they actually did die, which is of course really sad, but it's an example that the mind actually has this biggest impact on our health. So if I take these two examples and compare them, this unhealthy person who is old and really looking healthy and great, what is happening is that this person actually is really happy and has a really great mindset about life and about everything he does. They are just overall really happy and grateful for life, and they have really good, healthy thinking and emotional habits. On the other hand, the person who is athletic and who lives really healthy, but at the end got sick anyway, what this is about, it's about the fact that this person actually might have very stressful mindset, right? Because being, let's say, an athlete, or even like Olympic athletes, they're under a lot of stress and they have to push themselves all the time, and they have this competitive mindset. I'm not saying all of them, of course, but the case of someone who would live really healthy and be let's say Olympic athlete, but then would get cancer, is because their mindset. What I mean by that is they are very hard on themselves. They are constantly under stress. They need to perform better and better. They need to be stronger, and they are constantly pushing themselves. And there have been actually studies about Olympic athletes who didn't get the first place. They ended up second. And instead of being grateful for getting the second place in the world, like they are like the second best person in the world in that specific thing. And there has been studies and pictures of these athletes being actually upset and mad and frustrated or angry. They don't want to put the medal on their neck, they throw it away, they're just really disappointed. Can you imagine what kind of emotional and thinking state they are at that moment? So this is what explains how come someone can be unhealthy and have really bad lifestyle, but live long and be quite healthy, and then someone who actually has a very healthy lifestyle but can still get sick and have health issues. And this is what brings us to the point I'm trying to make, that our mind is really, really the strongest influence on our health. How is it even possible that the mind could have such an influence over our health? Well, let me try to explain it for you. There is something called flight or fight. I'm not sure if you heard about it, but it's something what has been developed for us as human beings to protect us from death in life or death scenarios. For example, in the prehistoric past, if there would be some kind of predator that would like to eat us, our body would have this autonomic response, and it would either make us fight, blood would get into our fists, we would get a lot of adrenaline to boost the muscles, or the body would make us, or let's say the brain would actually make us run, right? Make the body run. So this is really important to understand, because when our mind goes into flight or fight and floods the body with all the chemicals, and the body gets into this mode, it can't use the body's healing mechanism. The body cannot heal. It's that simple. It can either do fight or flight, or the regular functions can operate, which includes the healing. Okay, you might say, well, we don't really live in the prehistoric times anymore, and there is no predators trying to eat us. So how does this have to do anything with today's present moment, right? Well, what I'm trying to say is that instead of predators, we now have actually different influences what cause us to go into fight or flight mode too. So, for example, someone is trying to pay their mortgage, right? They're in a debt and they need to work hard, and they're constantly worried about losing their house or how they're gonna pay the mortgage, and this is kind of what's driving them. So they are really being in this fight or flight state. The body's chemical processes are exactly the same as if there was some predator trying to eat them. The body doesn't really know this is a life or death situation, but the mind represents this as life or death situation, something what really is about survival, right? If we lose house and everything, we might not survive. So can you see how this is connected? Another example would be the athlete, as I was saying before, someone who is constantly under pressure of succeeding and making results, or someone who's trying to become someone, right? Like we all know and hear from all directions again how we have to work really hard on ourselves to become someone so other people recognize us. And this is in a way the same thing. We are pushing ourselves and we are constantly judging ourselves and reevaluating who we are. And if we are not what we want to be, we push ourselves to do more and more things, and we take on more difficult tasks, and then we are under a lot of stress, and then we are even hard on ourselves for not accomplishing all these tasks that we have put on our shoulders, right? And all this triggers the fight or flight, or in other words, it preoccupies the body in a sense that it cannot do the healing. Body, what is busy with fight or flight, or surviving, if you will, cannot heal. It's just how it works. Now, as you can see, our mind and the way we think has really great influence on our chemical state of our body and our overall health and our good healing mechanisms in our body. So if I ask the question again, can we live a life without any health issues? Well, of course, yes. We have been programmed this way by nature. This is how nature has really meant the body to be healthy. And another question, should we accept certain health issues as normal, or any health issues like illness and diseases as normal part of our life? Well, of course not. Let me tell you one thing. We have been living in this disharmony and disconnection of our natural state for so long that we have completely forgot how we are supposed to be as human beings, and we've accepted this as new normal. Having health issues is completely normal. Anyone you ask, they will tell you, yeah, I'm healthy, but I have this and that, but it's quite normal, right? It's pretty common, and there's nothing we can do about it. We have simply forgot what it really means to be healthy. And it went so far that people, when they think of this idea that asthma or allergy or eczema or cancer, diabetes is something they don't really have to have, it shouldn't be normal and they can actually heal this, we got disconnected so much that we actually consider this a crazy talk. So, to give you an analogy, imagine someone who is walking, and one day you tell them to sit down, and they will be sitting for years and years and years, for a very long time. And they simply forget that they actually are able to walk. And when you come back to them and tell them, well, just walk. That's what you're meant to do. That's what your body's built for. they will resist this idea. They will tell you, what are you talking about? I can't walk. It's not normal. Sitting is normal. See what I mean? But there is so much scientific proof today that it cannot really be denied. It's not normal. We have just suppressed our body's healing mechanisms and our natural state of being so much, we have forgotten we have even done it, and now we've accepted this state as normal, and we are stuck in this place. So it really breaks my heart when one day I met a person, and this person, he would tell me that he has a son, and his son, he's having some health issues, he's having skin cancer, and it's been going on for a while. I could see how he's devastated by that. It was really hard for me to hear the story too. But he told me that the doctors tried everything, and they are not able to find anything what can help him, right? Which is really terrible, of course. And so I continue listening to this guy, and he tells me, well, I have some health issues too. Like, I actually have some skin rash and some other problems. And he says that because his grandmother had cancer, that's probably the reason why he has the similar issues and why his son has cancer, right? We talk a little bit more, and he says how much he thinks that everybody at work is really not very smart, and how he thinks that the doctors are terrible, and how he's really not happy at work, and how he's having terrible sleep, and his pills for sleeping are not really working. And then he pulls out a can of Coca-Cola, starts drinking it, and some fast food, starts eating it. And then he tells me that he cannot wait to go home and have a drink so he can feel better and forget about everything for some short time. I'm listening to this guy, and it really strikes me hard, deep down in my heart, because I can see that this person is completely oblivious to what is really happening, and he's trying to find solution for his and his son's health issues in really the wrong area, right? He simply cannot see that his body cannot and won't heal because of the way how he thinks, because all these negative emotions, all the anger, and because of the lifestyle too. And all this together shuts down everything good in the body, what has the healing potential to restore our natural state. And that's why nothing really helps. No doctors can really fix that, and no magic pill can really do that for you. And when we think about his son, well, we all know that kids are really the mirror of their parents, right? They are like a sponge, so they absorb everything the parent does and says. That includes the whole mindset and lifestyle. So I could see that his kid has issues probably because the way how he thinks or lives, probably same unhealthy food, same unhealthy way of thinking, and that's really the cause of his health issues. And I have a lot of empathy for him, because I know how it really feels to lose someone we love, and I really want to help him, right? As I'm listening to him, I really want to help him and show him there is actually another way, and that's simply restoring the body's natural healing mechanisms, right? The problem is that he would not really listen. He would think that I'm saying something crazy, and that the only way he can get help is if he gets some pill or some kind of surgery. On this note, I would like to say that this story is really the motivation for me making this video. And I know some people will actually hear my message in this video and it will save their life or the life of their loved ones. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, the mindset is the strongest force in making us sick or well. Mindfulness is really the starting point, how we can turn things around. And with combination of healthy way, how to breathe, how to sleep, how to eat, how to think mainly, we can allow our body to do the magic and we can reach our highest potential free of diseases and illnesses. Our body can even deal with viruses and bacteria, as latest study has shown, since we are able to control our what we thought are simply automatic functions in our body, but latest research shows that we are able to tap into that and actually use these automatic functions as we want and command them with our minds. The ancient wisdom, and now finally, thankfully, the science is showing that this is not a crazy talk, but simply reality. And I made another video about positive psychology and the power of the mind, so I highly recommend you to watch that video. I will put a link in the description again. And I am positive psychology life coach, and I am really passionate about sharing and teaching people this knowledge and information and techniques, how to improve our health and well-being and restore the healthy and balanced lifestyle. And byproduct of that, of course, is that we get rid of all the sicknesses and diseases. So if you're interested in coaching with me, I do email coaching, video call coaching, or if you live in the area, we could meet up in person. And this would be the end of my video. If you liked it and found some value in this video, please like or subscribe, or let me know what you think in the comments below. And as always, have a wonderful day.